Well, I've got some boring rice and lean turkey on the oven upstairs, but I had a few minutes to cover this because Nick Shirley has done it again. Absolute incredible amount of work. We need hundreds of Nick Shirleys in every state based on this, but we now have part 2. And in this smaller section, he exposed over $110 million in fraud, additional fraud, after Tim Walz dropped for re-election. Multiple federal investigations have been launched, such as first part. There's a couple of the, you should watch his entire video, but there's a couple things I wanted to point out that happened in it. Shout out to Nick. Follow him on X at Nick Shirley with 2 Ys. He also wrote, "Thank you all for watching and sharing. I hope you appreciate the video exposing the fraud. It's been amazing to see the changes already created by bringing this to light. Hopefully even more accountability and changes are to come. I've learned over the past few weeks that exposing fraud at a mass level can be very dangerous and comes with different risks than before. I've received thousands of messages from people wanting to support me. And the most important thing you can do is follow me here on X and on YouTube. So go follow Nick on YouTube. For those that would like to support financially, you can become a YouTube member, $5 a month, and get a quality Leering hoodie, or he accepts donations via Venmo or Cash App. Again, absolutely. You should have subscribers there. I will subscribe there to support him. Let's see here. Better make sure there's not any sensitive information shown. Okay, there isn't. Have to do 2-factor authentication. Man of my word, if I'm going to cover his work, the least I can do is support him. So I will do that right now. And I highly recommend everyone else consider it if you're in the position to. All right, so let's go here. Just subscribe there so I can processing. All right, done. So there we go. I have subscribed to Nick. You can see there. All right, so let's go to this video where there's a couple of things that I thought were the most shocking of them all, and that was just the reaction. How the Somalis basically knew him, knew his face, and knew exactly what they were in for. So I want to go through. He goes through its deep explanation. His man on the ground explains how essentially there's a hub and spoke kind of amount of fraud here. Essentially, everything runs out of these transportation companies. They transport people to these, fraudulent, allegedly adult daycares, autism centers, translators in healthcare and childcare. It's all connected by these transportation companies, which are billing the state for something around, I'm trying to find the number of millions of dollars it was. Something like, here you go, this part.
They all own 20 vehicles, and they're all making 10 trips a day, and it's $50 per trip.
Yep.
So it's 800 times 20 times 10 trips times $50 a trip. Do the math.
$8 million a day. $8 million a day is what the estimate going through just these Somali taxi services. And then they go out, and what's interesting is they talk to people, and what the first thing they do is they get aggressive. He goes into this first place where it's supposed to be safari transportation, does not exist. But what he does run into is, of course, angry Somalis, pulling their cars over on the street. I want to go to, let's see here. He's talking to this guy here.
All right, let me tell you the reason why
fraud is fraud, correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud.
This absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Now, this guy, he chases him down the street.
You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out.
Yeah, you're going to jail, probably. And then they go to these other transportation centers where they have all these vehicles that have clearly not moved.
All these vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago. And look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
And this van...
Well, they haven't moved since it snowed, at least.
As well, this is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 Cedar. And this is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store. And now it...
Right, they went to this transportation service which had received hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars They went to the location. It was actually a liquor store.
Here, and the vans haven't moved at all. Literally, no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare,
Yeah, you
so
would think.
essential to the fraud in Minnesota.
I don't know where Silver Mountain is.
Okay, well that's what we're looking for. All right, we're moving on. So Silver Mountain does not exist. David.
They went to another. Here's 3.9 million. He went to another transportation company. Doesn't
We're
exist.
just simply asking for where is Silver Mountain Home
Can't
Healthcare?
find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. Avenue East,
I wanted to.
For instance, this guy.
This
Avenue
guy.
South.
Advanced mobility.
Look at these guys.
Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Get the fuck out of here, man! Get out!
You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here.
It looks like an awful lot of people are really worried about their cash cow. Here he interviews a local Minnesota man on the street, and wait till you see what a Somali does. They literally pull their car. They like abandon their car in the middle of the street to come scream at him.
Here held accountable.
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Make a change, because there's definitely, even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for the things that are going on that they're not doing. We need these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff, but I'm glad that you bringing light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Watch this. He jumped out of his car in the middle of an intersection.
Hey.
You keep the false narrative that you be going on is a nonsense.
You should get in your car because
you should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that.
For
It's
fraud to
not
be happening?
fair. It's not
This other dude's like in the
fair.
middle of
What
it.
you mean? You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
Fair. I mean, just show us like literally any evidence. Show us any that you're doing what you're supposed to. Now, I don't know if this guy's attached to any of these particularly, questionable, fraudulent places.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair.
Yeah,
You cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor.
Yeah, it failed.
We
Yeah.
got an attorney general. Let them do the job.
Yeah, they're both going to jail probably. Right? They're both I mean, Tim Walz articles of impeachment happened. The AG Keith Ellison, allegedly there's a tape of donors telling him, "Hey, don't investigate Somali fraud." He knows they're in his pocket. That's why he's saying this.
You're not in a position to do the job. You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is information.
How is it
Ooh,
misinformation,
defamation.
sir? It's from
This
the
is what you're doing.
state
You're
of
coming
Minnesota.
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
Go on back to your car.
You see
left
what
it
I
in the
mean?
middle of
We're-
the
we're
street,
talking about the fact
blocking a fire
that's
lane.
happening
Fire
here.
truck had to go past you.
Southside. It's my turf. Get it.
Sir, so we were just having a civil conversation. That guy hopped out of his car in the middle of the road.
Well, this
These
Here, it's an
are.
apartment complex.
I can say
Here's another local.
I don't like it. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard for my money. People out here fraud, they still go to jail.
And should
There you go. So all these people, oh, Nick's racist or whatever. It's nonsense. Then you look at these people. He stops by a child care center, had received
Completely
$2.25 million. Nothing in the building.
up children
Watch this
walking
one.
in and out.
this should be a very busy place. Yes.
So this right here is Hopkins Child Care Center. They're receiving over $2 million a year. All of the windows.
every year, by the way, every year. Why are we subsidizing this? $2.25 million per year.
Are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place that's supposed to have over 100 children, there's no footprints anywhere going into the store.
Uh-oh.
And it's locked. Midday right now. This is the backside of the daycare. Ringing the doorbell right now.
And see, it does take employees to continue with the fraud. So they have employees hiding in there that are filling out all these fake government forms and all this kind of stuff. Just watch this.
See if anybody comes. Hello, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Listen. Get out. This is our business.
Your business, how come there's not a single kid there?
You don't care what you do on the
We're-
parking lot.
we're-
Go this side.
This
private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
You don't be here.
Wait,
What are
can
you
we
looking
ask you
for?
about the daycare? It's all right. It's all right. Can we ask you about the daycare?
No. I don't care the Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm
Yeah, immediately call him racist, of course.
No. You don't ask me nothing, man.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
This is a business.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to
Get out.
We just want to ask you about
Look how enraged they are. These are people that have been stealing money from hungry people, from elderly people. They don't care. Culturally, it's not even a part of their culture. Scamming is like, it's like telling somebody at an Indian call center that they're doing something wrong. They're just going to be like, well, what are you talking about? These stupid elderly people just gave me the money. They just gave me the money, right?
That's real.
100%. I'll give you $100,000 if you can disprove my information.
See, they all went silent. Silent.
Anybody? Your $100 versus my $100,000 cash.
They're all silent. What do you think about the fraud here?
Hey, the fraud here in Minnesota, I ain't gonna lie, is crazy. Like, what do you mean specifically? What?
I mean, essentially, then he interviews a guy at the end here, which again, like, watch his entire video. I don't want to pull, you should watch his video, subscribe to him on YouTube too. But it's just absolutely bonkers how rage-filled these people are because they know that their scam is up. Now, I want to see more swift action. Almost certainly, Tim Walz absolutely has to go. I don't know how much longer Nick Shirley could stay on the streets there. Probably, I wouldn't recommend he go back into Somaliville at all anymore. But I think the point is made. The fraud is far worse than anyone could have imagined. Incredible work to Nick and his man on the ground there. Incredibly brave, and to everyone who supported him. This is nuts. And I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you again. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you again real soon.